I was born in a city under a bluegrass moon. Mama hummed mountain tunes. Daddy strummed his Martin guitar. I rolled in my sweet mother's arms. Blue moon or an old factory, you can't see the stars for the lights of the city. Lord, let me die in Kentucky. Granddaddy moved north midway through the last century. Mama tells he really loved me. My heart swells when I think of the man who baptized my feet with soil from our homeland. Ooh, blue moon or an old factory, you can't see the stars for the lights of the city. Lord, let me die in Kentucky. To make other men wealthy, they paid union dues till they died. Now the work is gone too. I still cry on the ride to his grave. I pray he finds peace in the Buckeye State. Blue moon or an old factory, you can't see the stars for the lights of the city. Lord, let me die in Kentucky. Lord, let me die in Kentucky.
New album in 2022. It's called Singing for My Life. It comes in a 32-page booklet with photography by my friend Jonathan Bird. The booklet includes lyrics to the songs, chord charts for those of you interested in that kind of thing. Way late in the program on that album is a song called Jane. Sounds a little like this. I walked 37 miles to lay down by your side. 37 miles to lay down by your side. 37 miles in the driving range just to lay down by your side again. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For 32 miles I did not have my hat. For 32 miles I did not have my hat. I held my coat, I held my cane, but my hat got took by the hurricane. You with the lamp. The hurricane would not refrain. The wind picked up and I lost my cane. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For 19 miles, no coat, no shirt, no shoes. For 19 miles, no coat, no shirt, no shoes. I twisted my ankle and the knee got sprained, and that's bound to happen when you're hypoplane. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. Certain I was numb. I saw it coming like Abe, saw pain. A stone got thrown in the back of my brain. You could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. For the last 2 miles, nothing but a smile. For the last 2 miles, I was wearing nothing but a smile. Until I got to your door and I had to explain what I was doing there to another man. Saying, well, you know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. You know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. Yeah, you know you could have been a little nicer to me, Jane. Jane.
$1 billion, that's 1,000 million, and 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There's a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed. When something gets too big, it can be hard to comprehend. You have to break it down so honest folks can understand. 1 billion is 1,000 million, and 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There's a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed.
It's 1,000 million. And 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There's a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed. The word is greed. That's the word is greed. The word is greed. Going on, parents are dying, lovers are leaving, everybody's got shit going on. So much noise, don't know what to believe in. You don't have to be old to need a break. You don't have to be young to have fun. Everybody's got shit going on. Got shit going on. You're running late and your car won't start. Everybody's got shit going on, and Cupid keeps missing your big old heart. You don't have to be old to be tired. You don't have to be young to wanna run. Everybody's got shit going on. Yourself, imagine what it's like for everybody else. Everybody's got shit going on. Everybody's got shit going on and on and on. Everybody's got shit going on and on and on and on. You don't have to be old to be over it. You don't have to be young to want fun. Everybody's got shit going on. 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 Been a minute. Hope I got the sound dialed in. I
wasn't born with my mother's good looks. I've got a big head and poor eyesight. Nature's given me a haircut I never wanted, but all in all, I guess I'm doing alright. Directions on the box say just add water, you can have your cake and eat it too. I ain't got much, but I'll tell you something. Add a little love and see what I can do. Sister's got a good job, she works downtown. Brother's got a house and he owns his own biz. I can pick a tune for you on a guitar, but I don't even know what a bank account is. Directions on the box say just add water, you can have your cake and eat it too. I ain't got much, but I'll tell you something. Add a little love and see what I can do. Find it. When I look for sadness, it's right in my face. When something good happens, I never do mind it. I'm looking for a way to get back to that place. Directions on the box say just add water, you can have your cake and eat it too. I ain't got much, but I'll tell you something. Add a little love and see what I can do. Directions on the box say just add water, you can have your cake and eat it too. I ain't got much, but I'll tell you something. Add a little love and see what I can do. Hello everyone, it's been a minute. I'm going to try my very best to stay on top of things in the chat, but you know there's bound to be times where I can't reply because I'm playing the mandolin or some such thing. What do we got going on here? Hello to the Rundies, hello Cats, hello Amber Black, nice to have you back. That song was called Add a Little Love. I don't know how many of you out there are part of my Patreon community. Are you a Social-Klyma? A climatologist? But I posted a video recently. It's not a song I wrote, but I've been having a whole lot of fun playing this one differently than the way you're used to it. Lights are on, but you're not home. Your mind is not your own. Your heart sweats, your body shakes. Another kiss is all it takes. You can't sleep, you can't eat. There's no doubt you're in deep. Your throat is tight, you can't breathe. Another kiss is what you need. Oh, you like to think that you're immune to the stuff. Oh, yeah. Closer to the truth to say it. Can't get enough, you know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love, you see the signs, but you can't read. You're running at a different speed. Your heart beats in double time. Another kiss and you'll be mine. One track mind, you can't be saved. Oblivion is all you crave. If there's some left for you, you don't mind. If you do, you like to think that you're immune to the stuff. Oh yeah. Closer to the truth to say it. Can't get enough, you know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love, my Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Sing it with me. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. The lights are on, but you're not home. Your will is not your own. Your heart sweats, your teeth grind. Another kiss and you'll be mine. Oh, you like to think that you're immune to the stuff. Oh, yeah. Closer to the truth to say you can't get enough. You know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Can't you just imagine Billy Strings singing harmony on that one? Maybe we'd let him play guitar too. I can imagine it. I imagine stuff all the time. Oh, I had a birthday yesterday, 55. For years, I drove my car 55 miles per hour. It wasn't a car, it was a minivan. It was a 2000 Toyota Sienna minivan, and I drove that vehicle 55 miles per hour on the interstate, and it got 32, 33 miles to the gallon in its best era. And then, over time that diminished. But I had that vehicle for, let's see, I got it in 2003 and it died in 2015, I think. So it was 15 years old and I had it for 12 years. 422,000 miles. 422,166, I think, was the final tally. As I live and breathe. As I live and breathe. All caps. Let's see if I can spell. Boom. Done did it. I like this. I've been trying to entice all of you to join me on the Patreon, and I've been failing. But recently, in order to up the ante in December, I made everything that's up there free. So I did a video of Addicted to Love. If you like that, you can find it there. And I've written some new songs recently. There's 2 of them up there right now. Let me play you one. When I was a kid, one of the music groups that we heard a lot in the car was the Everly Brothers. I'm a big fan of the Everly Brothers. Don and Phil, who else sings like that? No one is the answer to my rhetorical question. Don and Phil are the best. And every now and then when I write a song, I'm like, man, if I had the opportunity to write a song for the Everly Brothers. And this is one of those style songs, which I guess owes a lot to the writing of Baudelaire and Felice Bryant, who wrote many of the big hits for the Everly Brothers. This is called I Still Fall. I can do that intro better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every now and then when I forget, every now and then I fall so hard. this is anybody's guess. Nevertheless, whenever I let down my guard, I still fall so hard. I remember when I held you tight. I remember how you held all the cards. Why that was anybody's guess. Nevertheless, I let down my guard, and I fell so hard. Every now and then when love walks in, every now and then I try so hard to remember why it was I was a mess. Anybody's guess. Whenever I let down my guard, I still fall so hard. I still fall so hard. Sweet little song, right? You can find that one over there on the Patreon if you just want to listen to it instead of all this other stuff that I'm doing and saying and playing. Amber Black, it's a good two-step slow dance. Yes, it is. I could just imagine playing that one with a band and having the harmony vocals through the whole thing. I am excited. Willie Jacks. After years of Greg Klyma and friends, Greg Klyma and company, Greg Klyma this, Greg Klyma that, Willie Jacks is the name of my band, starting here in 2026. And Willie Jacks has a debut gig in Buffalo on Saturday, January 17th, Steve Earle's birthday. And we're playing a co-bill with Maria Sebastian's new band, The Visitors, in which Greg Klyma is the lead guitar player. Don Vincent, one of the co-founders of the Pine Dogs, in the Pine Dogs, he played guitar and sang. In The Visitors, he plays electric bass and sings harmony with Maria. And sometimes Don and I jump in on a two-part backing vocal or the three-part thing with Maria. And then a guy named Jeff Schaller is the drummer in the band. The Visitors and Willie Jacks, The Cave, Buffalo, New York, Saturday, January 17th, 7 o'clock show. I am excited! Get excited! Let's see now. I played Add a Little Love, which is a classic in the Klyma canon. And then I played the Addicted to Love, which is a classic in the Robert Palmer canon. Can you just imagine the video version that I could make for that? I can. And then I did the I Still Fall, which is a new song. At some point soon, I needed to get around to a waltz, but I thought perhaps I would play this other song that's a classic in the Klyma canon. The world turned and they found ways to make anew the old mistakes. She came to him didn't want her offering. So she got high and listened to Kristofferson. She'd helped him through so many nights. She missed his touch, but not the fights. He's a hard man. I don't know why she thought she could soften him. He knows why she listens to Kristofferson. He knows she's got nothing left to lose, 'cause he won't give her nothing but the blues. Yesterday is dead and gone. Memories fade, but songs play on. She came on strong. She'll ease off again. She just needs time to listen to Kristofferson. He knows she's got nothing left to lose, 'cause he won't give her nothing but the blues. Yesterday is dead and gone. Memories fade, but songs play on. She came on strong. She'll ease off again. She just needs time to listen to Kristofferson. Just give her time. I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Fumbled through the closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Combed my hair, washed my face, stumbled down the stairs to greet the day. Now I had smoked my mind the night before on cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. I lit my first and watched this young man cussing at a can that he ain't kicking. There it is. I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone's frying head shook in. And it took me back to something I had lost somewhere, somehow along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there is something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there ain't nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of these sleepy city sidewalks. Sunday morning coming down. What happened here while I was playing that song? Hey now, is this for real? Can I believe everything I read? Can I believe everything I see? Do I know how to spell? There it is. Figured it out. Hey there, Dougie. I'm even going to type it. Check this out. I plugged the guitar in at the beginning of that song, realizing I hadn't tried doing that yet, and then I saw that the volume was cranked, so I imagine at some point the guitar just kind of punched you in the ears for a fraction of a second. Better than getting shot in the face by ice, though, right? That happened on my birthday. I love when stuff like that happens on my birthday. Gives me something to think about. I played that song Kristofferson on Todd Snider's tour bus. The last time that I saw Todd Snider live was when he played at the Moccasin Creek Festival in Effingham, Illinois, many, many Junes ago. And Todd did not give his best performance that day, which was very disappointing for so many reasons. And on his bus earlier that day, he had offered to smoke us all. What's this now? Yes, indeed, Kat. Yes, indeed. The earlier part of the day before Todd played, I was invited onto his bus, and we did the things that musicians do on a bus. And chit chat turned to the fact that I had written a song called Kristofferson. I did not bring that up. Other friends on the bus had brought that up, and it piqued Todd Snider's interest. So before I had that experience of watching him on the stage, not being his best self nor performer, I had the most amazing experience that I ever would have with the man on his bus, because I played that song Kristofferson, and every time I set up a rhyme with Kristofferson, like Shilly's off again, Todd would go, "Oh man!" and he had this enormous grin, and it was very enchanting. And he would just grin at me and lose his mind over the setup for the next rhyme. And he was very complimentary of me in that song. And man, I'll ever love Todd Snider. I wonder if I could play one of his songs. I don't normally do this one on this kind of guitar, but let's see. Little out of place, little out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane. Still overall, I can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to get freedom ring. Said I had to get a permit, tags and everything. I never made it through the red tape. I got this paper hat, got a job working weekdays. Hey, you want fries with that? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. Told her I was stressed. Said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. Now I got a brand new dance. I need one more shot. Gonna make my last stand. This time I won't get caught. Take my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. And then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. A little out of place, a little out of tune. So lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane. Still overall, I can't complain. Overall, I can't complain. Hey, how are you all? I can't complain. I've got coffee, got weed, everything that I need. Who needs you? I got a new attitude in a room with a view. Who needs you? Anyone who ever fell has a tale to tell, indeed. I do. Mine started with a kiss, and it ended like this. Who needs you? You were over the rainbow. Never believed I'd get over you. Somehow I found a way. Anyone who ever fell has a tale to tell, indeed. I do. I've got coffee, got weed, everything that I need. Who needs you? Who needs you? Coffee and weed. That's a song that I don't play live a whole heck of a lot for no particular reason. And so for that particular reason, I made it the first song in the set list for the Willie Jacks performance at the Cave on January 17th. How's this for a band? Buffalo, New York. Matthew Blue of the Brothers Blue on bass. Jamie Sunshine of every band in town, including the Whitford-Klyma Band and Sunshine and Company, on drums and backing vocals, and Ian Danzy, new to town from the DC area, playing pedal steel. Ian Danzy on pedal steel, Jamie Sunshine on the drums, Matthew Blue on bass, Greg Klyma, Willie Jacks, January 17th in Buffalo, in Black Rock, at the Cave, 7 o'clock show. co-bill with Maria Sebastian's new group, and they're called The Visitors. Maria and I have worked on this Steve Earle, Lucinda Williams duet called You're Still Standing There, and it's a song we've played many times previously. It's not some, I can't think of the word I want right now, but you'll know what I mean when I say it. It turns out that Steve Earle's birthday is January 17th, and that's the date that we were able to get booked at the Cave. So it's great that we've got this Steve Earle, Lucinda Williams song in the show. Amber Black says, who doesn't love a waltz? Exactly. Hamilton, Virginia, in the house. Howdy. That's where I am. I'm in the house. I slay. I was going to play one. I can't remember what it was now. Lona shows up and I just get all flustered. I'll recover. I just need a minute. Good thing I made some notes. Oh, let me play you another new song. I was in Effingham, Illinois, playing a benefit for an organization called Fear Nothing. That was a Saturday night in October 11th. On Sunday, October 12th, there was an afternoon Steve Earle tribute going on in Buffalo, New York. After my show in Effingham, Illinois, on Saturday, October 11th, I drove like 3 or 4 hours, crashed with a friend in Indiana, continued the next day, walked into Sportsman's Tavern. The Steve Earle tribute was already in progress. The person who had organized it was on stage. When I walked in the door, he saw me walk in the door and pointed at me, and by way of hello said, "You're next." And I think it was either later that night or the next day when I started playing this guitar riff that reminded me very much of a Steve Earle kind of vibe. And I just started singing, if you want to be a poet, you're going to have to play guitar. And it turned into this song here called Be a Poet. You know you'll have to play the fool. If you're looking for a break, try to play it cool. If you're gonna raise the stakes, you'll have to play those cards. And if you wanna be a poet, you better play guitar. Now if you wanna be a loner, you won't need help from me. If you want to be a friend, hey, I live right up the street. Now if you want to grab a drink, I'll meet you at the bar. Where if you want to be a poet, you better play guitar. Everywhere, so much noise, like everyone just raised their voice, and I can't even hear myself think. Nowadays, if you have something to say, it's really not that hard. But if you want to be a poet, you better play guitar. Satellites in space, drawings on a cave wall captured the whole human race. But now we listen to books while driving in a car. So if you want to be a poet, hey, you might as well play guitar. was the last time you saw the stars? If you want your words to be heard, as fine as your words are, if you want to be a poet, you better play guitar. If your words are gonna be heard, as fine as your words are, if you wanna be a poet, you better play guitar. If you want to be a poet, you might as well play guitar. Not trying to insinuate that I'm a poet. That's what you inferred from the song. That's not what I was implying. Cool, clear water, water. 1975, Willie Nelson releases Red-Headed Stranger. Last year was the 50th anniversary of Red-Headed Stranger, which made me look up other anniversaries, and I discovered that Stardust, the Willie Nelson album that stayed on the charts forever, was released in 1978. And I've been listening to that album a lot lately on vinyl, and I know the songs Georgia on My Mind, Blue Skies, and All of Me. I learned those songs years ago. They've been in and out of my performances ever since. And so I thought, well, that gives me 3 years to learn the rest of the songs. The Stardust album, an album of American songbook standards, you know. So I've been working on that, and the first song on the album is Humdinger. It's a Hoagie Carmichael song. Hoagie also wrote Georgia on My Mind. Willie Nelson, big Hoagie Carmichael fan. Django Reinhardt as well. And anyway, Stardust. My best I can do right now. Sometimes I wonder why I spent the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I'm once again with you when our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside the garden wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells its fairy tale, paradise where roses grew. Though I dream in vain, in my heart there always will remain my stardust memory, melody of love's refrain. such a melody. Humdinger to try to sing, tell you that much. Challenging myself to learn other songs off of this album, and I will be doing them in the Willie Nelson style, because he's the person that made me familiar with those songs. I have heard Hoagie Carmichael versions of Hoagie Carmichael songs, and I'll tell you, Willie Nelson was very true to the original version of the song. He does take his Willie Nelson liberties. Nobody could take a song that everybody else thinks is famous for somebody else and make it their own song. Willie Nelson could do that. Hank Williams recorded Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. You don't think of that as a Hank Williams song. Elvis Presley recorded Always on My Mind. You don't think of it as an Elvis Presley song. Ray Charles did this brilliant version of George on My Mind, and Willie Nelson covered that and owned it. Wow. Willie Nelson's such a treasure. Brilliant vocalist, brilliant guitar player, and the first concert I ever saw. September 1984. Whole family went, mom and dad, younger brother and sister, Grandpa Frank. We sat in the gold section. It was really close to Willie Nelson at the Odd. That was a big deal. I'm so glad my first concert wasn't something like Def Leppard. I mean, I grew up around then. It very easily could have been a Def Leppard concert. Bon Jovi. That could have been me. Also could have been me as Bruce Springsteen on the Born in the USA tour. I wasn't really, I didn't go. But I can only imagine what my life would be like today had I seen The Boss when I was like 13 years old. A week or two after seeing Willie Nelson. Right? That would have been an amazing back-to-back. Alas, that happens in the movie version of my life. You know, when they do these biopics, they always take liberties. There's always something that's a little bit askew from the factual. You know, everybody kept talking, raving about the movie about Bob Dylan. So I finally broke down and I saw the movie with Timothy Chalamet. What did they call that one? No, it was A Complete Unknown. That one, right? I finally saw it, and it's like Bob Dylan dated somebody named Susie Rotolo. But in the movie, they changed the name of his girlfriend. Like, why do you have to do something like that? I don't understand. I don't understand art. Don't lump me in with those other artist people. They're different. They change people's names in biopics. Why did they do that? That kind of stuff drives me nuts. I made some notes just in case I forgetted to do stuff. I have a tour coming up in February. February 20th, Athens, Ohio with Megan B. Donkey Coffee. February 21st and 22nd, Willie Jack's Trio. Greg Klima, Matthew Blue, Topher, James from Columbus, Ohio. We're playing in Columbus, Ohio at the one and only Dick's Den, and then we'll go to Effingham, Illinois. Poss Music Works presents. And then I got a couple of solo shows on February 25th and 26th. Maumee, Ohio on Wednesday the 25th of February. Lansing, Michigan on Thursday the 26th. Then a couple of Willie Jack's band shows in Hebron, Indiana and Edwardsville, Illinois, followed by March 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out in Columbia, Missouri. Lawrence, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, Cedar Point, Kansas, and again in Lawrence, Kansas. And my friend Dougie B of the Old Fangled and the Caw-Tikis is going to be joining me. One of the shows is a co-bill with my buddy Rex Hobart. He writes some great songs. Let's see. I'll probably play a couple of more songs and then take maybe a little break. Give myself a little intermission. Stand up and stretch. Maybe pour a tasty adult beverage. Could happen. Could happen. There's a song I want to play because I wrote it down. And then there's another song I want to play because the Rundies are here. And I just have a sneaky suspicion that I could score some brownie points in that camp if I play that other song that I've been thinking about playing since I saw the chat. The chat during these live streams is precious because then I know who's here and I can maybe play you something I know you like rather than wandering around in the dark. This one. After the last train left the station, it happened fast. We tore up all the rails, nothing left for the next generation, except a few old men who sit and tell their tales. Something like once upon a time, in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. We took the West like the devil takes a lover, a treasure chest worth its weight in sin. Progress is the word we use for all that we discover. Discovery is just stumbling across a thing that's always been. Oh, once upon a time, in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. Tales are told for the young to learn a lesson. The young grow old and have stories of their own. Love returns to remind us we are headed to gold, only to find bone. Oh, once upon a time, in this land there walked a giant, left footprints in the sand, never was seen again. Somehow or another, forgot the lyric destined to remind us we are destined did not come out of my head a minute ago. Some other garbled attempt at faking it did. Not my best work. I'm very self-critical. Have you ever noticed that? I have. Kaw tikis. Woohoo! Can't wait, me neither. It's going to be a gas. It was fun when we got to visit together, play a bunch of music. I think I might need to get back out to the Winfield Festival. The Walnut Valley Festival sent me an advertisement telling me early bird prices. I think now might be the time for me to do that. I need to act rather than wait. Don't put it off, Greg. Try to tell myself in the third person. It's a motivator. Talking to yourself in the third person is definitely a motivator. I thought for some reason when I saw the name Rundy in the chat that I really ought to get around to playing this one sooner or later. Here we are at somewhere in between. I need to write that down. Somebody please remind me about the sooner or later somewhere in between thing. I think that's a lyric. What's that floating in the swimming pool? Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I can't wait to show it to the kids at school. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I wonder how long it's been floating around. I bet it went in for a swim and then it drowned. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. It's got 6 hairy legs, 2 compound eyes. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I've never seen a thorax quite that size. Dead bug, creepy dead bug. It's a little bit black and a little bit green. Got a broken antenna and it's missing a wing. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I ran into the house all soaking wet. My dad said, "Hey, what you got there in that net?" Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. Took it in a jar and I took it to school. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. And show and tell, everybody said, "Ooh." Imagine many people saying it, right? And then one person goes, "Awesome." Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I wish you could have seen my teacher's face. Said it must have come from outer space. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I told the tale of how the bug attacked and how I got it just before it ate my cat. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. Hey, now that's the way that it all went down. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. I got a gold star for saving the town. Creepy dead bug, creepy dead bug. My mom and dad are so proud of me. You can come up to my room if you want to see my creepy dead bug, 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 creepy dead bug. You know, I should take video of me singing that song and try it out on the dating apps. I bet you that would be a big hit. Only one way to find out. I just don't know if I got the chutzpah to try that one way. It's creeping up on 8 o'clock Eastern time, and I think what I would love to do for just a little while is stand up, maybe walk around, get myself a drink, that kind of thing. So while I do that, you know, I've got backup, and it's called BOGGLE, and it looks like this. I don't know if there's a tune playing. Oh, there is. There's a lot of tunes playing. Well, you all check this out, and I'll be right back. How are we doing out there? I haven't been paying attention. Can I go back a little tiny bit? What do we got here? In the Great Boggle, we got Wild, Love. Oh, I love when you put them together like that. Wild, Love. Ledge, Quiet, End, Quiet, End. Wove, Give, Vote, God, Find, Find, love, find God, give, vote. When you're out on the ledge, thinking about a quiet end, it always turn to wild love. Quiet. Love. Hey now. Nope. Nope. Nah, that's not there either. Diet. Diet's there. Hedge is there, for sure. Hedge, ledge, diet, quiet. End, lend. Doggone. No, not quite. Dog is definitely in there. Oh my god, so is Doge. Ugh. How do these things happen? Get wild! Right there. Get wild. I challenge you all to put together little 2-word things that are in there. Try this. Like, I see that one. Or how about that idea? Right? Oh, it's a fine diet. Greg Klein is throwing down the gauntlet. Do vote. John McGuff getting in on the big time. How about that one? That would be some Knob Creek, Croc Gardner. The dog leg. Up in it to 3. Bam. I'll use the. I'll match your the. Amber black. That would be the, where are you, Croc? There you are. Boom. Nice. Responding again to the Croc Gardener. I should put a song on underneath this. Oh, there's one playing? No, there's not. How about... Oh. Cranking. Let's get that quieter. Let's get that in here somewhere. Did that come on loudly? It had to have. The Gilded Glow. Hey now. Is this even a thing? How about Golden Quid? Linda Davis. And I would think Mr. D as well. Hello, friend. Boom. Finger is almost in there. You know what I mean. I think Gilded Glow needs to become a song title. What was that thing I said about sooner or later? Somewhere in between. Believe it or not, I don't have a pen right here. Forgot your Eastern time. Yeah, that's the way I roll. Bama Queen. Do this for another minute and then I'll get back to playing some songs. Oh, I'm gonna stand here's a look at my midsection. Oh, I'm gonna stretch over. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's some YouTube content. Woo! Unintentional, but still that happened. Not gonna be able to take that one back. I just needed to stretch. That's embarrassing. I just put my ass on the internet. Oh. However, I've had this channel for many years now, and I've never actually seen a spike in subscriptions, so if that's what it takes, I'm all in. I don't have any... Ooh, I just thought of a song I could play. All right, let's rock out. not very good at economics, but I like to think that I'm good at basic math. 1 billion, that's 1,000 million, and 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There is a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed. If something gets too big, it can be hard to comprehend. You have to break it down so honest folks can understand. 1 billion, that's 1,000 million, and 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There is a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed. If I had $10 billion, friends, I do declare, I could give away 6 billion and still be a multi-billionaire. And 1 billion, that's 1,000 million, and 1,000 million is more than anybody needs. There is a word for having that much more than anybody needs. The word is greed. The word is greed. The word is greed. Is this a bad time to mention the whole thing about the Venmo and PayPal, and maybe you want to become part of my Patreon community? Is this a bad time to bring that kind of stuff up? I sing that other song and then I say, oh man, my timing sucks. I apologize if that was bad timing to bring that up. I just realized that I hadn't said it earlier. I'm supposed to be pointing out the thing about the Venmo and the PayPal and the Patreon all night long, and I just keep talking about other things. I apologize. Thank you, Linda. There is a mental health crisis in America, brother. We gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, sister. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mother. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mister. What can we do different? Everybody got a mother, some kind of father, some kind of trauma from one or the other, or both, just a little, maybe a lot. You think it's a riddle? I tell you it's not. Yell at a kid, it'll scar him for life, make him soft in the middle and hard on the outside. It ain't an enigma, we all know the stigma, we all need therapy, hey, go figure. There's a mental health crisis in America, daughters. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, fathers. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mothers. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, brothers. What could we do differently? 50 million, that is 1 in 5 adults who are dealing with not feeling right. That's someone you know, someone you love, someone whose push has now come to shove, someone who is anxious from all the repression, post-traumatic stress, clinical depression. There's people on the streets with voices in their heads, and more than too many who can't afford meds. A mental health crisis in America, sister. We gotta talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, my brother. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America. Father, we got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America. Mother, what could we do differently? Every day, more suicides. Pills or handguns kept by bedsides. Veterans, farmers, seniors, teens, people on the fringes, people in between. Men who were boys who were told not to cry. Women who were girls who found other ways to hide. In every corner of the USA, we're talking he and she and them and they. It don't matter how much or little you've got. It is the common ground between the haves and the have-nots. Mental health crisis in America, daughters. We've got to talk about it. There is a mental health crisis in America, fathers. We got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, mothers. We've got to talk about it. There's a mental health crisis in America, brothers. What could we do different? 988. 988 is a thing that we're doing differently. It's the National Suicide Lifeline. Given the current state of electoral politics and administrations, there's always a chance that funding will be cut for this essential service. But you used to need to know a 10-digit number, and if you were having a mental moment, if you were contemplating dark things, what, are you going to carry a card around? 988 is the number now for the National Suicide Lifeline. It is not widely known. Share this with a friend. Why don't we lighten it up a little bit? Keep it more in step with the world we're living in. A little bit of sarcasm. I apologize. Things have been tense. And things get even more tense when you're driving in a car. I don't know why I become a different person. I wonder about why you become a different person. And that guy driving next to me earlier today that was losing his ever-loving mind. So I'm driving down the road, you see. And as I'm driving down the road, there's this left lane and there's this right lane. And this is just a neighborhood drive down the road. And there's somebody a couple of cars up who's making a left-hand turn. That is backing up traffic. The two cars directly in front of me in the left-hand lane are starting to like inch in to the right-hand lane, and I see, oh, that's what's going on. So I start to do that too. At the same time, somebody in a very large truck, because some men, let's face it, compensation kind of thing, and this guy's driving this very large truck, which told me all I needed to know about his day, right? Where it started, where it's going to end. And he's driving past me and he's blowing his horn and losing his mind. He's got his window rolled down and he's like shaking his hands at me and yelling something that I don't quite make out because, one, I had the radio on, two, I didn't roll my window down. I don't care, but I just kept looking at him in this like mockingly kind of way, like, well, focusing on the road in front of me. But he's just like losing it because like there's somebody making a left-hand turn and we're all just trying to keep the flow going and getting into the next lane and whatever. And this guy's just like, and he's yelling at me. And I'm not rolling down my window. And when I got past the left-hand turn person and this guy was able to like blow past me. He's like, 8-cylinder truck, Kid Rock blasting, and he, like right in front, I'm in front of you now. And I'm like, I don't care. I was just trying to get past the car making the left-hand turn. But he's like, he does that kind of thing, and he like looks in his mirror, and I go, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment that we shared, he and I. In the twilight glow, I see her. Blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember. Only memories remain. Through the ages I'll remember. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. In the land that knows no parting. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Oh man, that song. That song always reminds me of every elder in the family tree. My grandpa Frank had blue eyes, played harmonica, and one of the last songs that I ever played with him was Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. I would learn over time that that song is also a favorite of my mom and dad. In fact, the last time I saw my mom and dad dance was when I was playing Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. From Willie Nelson's legendary Red-Headed Stranger album from 1975, a Fred Rose song, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. How can you not love that song? If you're out there trying to justify a woman getting shot in the face by ICE agents or somebody that doesn't like Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, then we are just not the same kind of people. Sorry to inform you. You thought we were getting close, and here you find out that I care about imperial executions. Right? Let's see. Got this mandolin over here. I played one song on it. Then I put it down. Haven't played anything else on it. What's this now? I know what the problem is. They're gas holes. You're talking about the person on the car. I get it. Yes, indeed. When you live in Massachusetts, the phrase you get used to is masshole. I don't think Buffalo, New York has a term like that, but maybe I'm out of the loop. I've been gone for a while. Oh, where are we? Here we go. Here's a song that I almost always play on guitar, but I'm going to play it on the mandolin because I did that recently and it was fun. And just going to share a little behind the glasses, behind the hat, kind of behind the scenes, if you will, kind of a revelation here. I like to have fun. Yeah, I'm a fan. And when I played this on the mandolin, it was fun. And I thought, I should play it on the mandolin again. Maybe it'll be more fun. And I'm about to find out. Now you know me better than you did 30 seconds ago. Here we go. It's called The Great Blackjack Game. Two roads diverged, two stories were written. A fish came on land, an apple was bitten. Answers were sought, questions were found. The earth it was flat, until it was round. Lands were conquered, people were sold. More roads diverged, more stories were told. The books were written, but the pages were torn. The natives were restless, and God was born. God was born. Two roads diverged, then diverged again. A fork in the road, a means to an end. God threw a tantrum. He wanted a gun, so God gave the apes opposable thumbs. They conceived of a bomb where the atom would split. They selected their target. Their target was hit. Lilith returned to the land of her birth. The strong survived and the meek inherited the earth. The meek inherited the earth. Two roads diverged, the rich and the poor. They taught us a lesson. The lesson is more. The Pope tells the peasants God loves the needy, and the kings and the queens do not mind being greedy. The fix is in. This tour will be guided. History's not written. History's decided. A child asks why, but nobody knows. The teacher shrugs. That's just the way it goes. Hey, that's just the way it goes. Two roads diverged, the yin and the yang. In the garden a rib, in the sky a big bang. Galileo went to jail for telling the truth about the road to salvation and all of its toll booths. The stage was set for the great blackjack game. They gave away tickets and everyone came. The players were exactly who you'd expect. Jesus shuffled the cards. Hay and Darwin cut the deck. And Darwin cut the deck. The Great Blackjack Game, a song I hope to record at some point. Our friend Amber Black chimes in and says, you know what else is fun? Tipping the band. Just tried it and had a blast. I hope I read that with the right inflection. I think a lot of people's reading and writing comprehension skills are lacking. Hear about a lot, the education system, and I just don't know. I just don't know what to say about some people's reading and writing comprehension skills, which is why I ask, did I read that correctly? You know what else is fun? That's how I'd like to think I hear it in my mind with the question mark and all. Tipping the band! Excitement! Exclamation point. And then paying all the mind in the world to that comma. Just tried it and had a blast, right? I think I got the inflection right on that. Somebody else type something. Let's see if I can play this game better. I mean, BOGGLE was fun, right? Ryan Fitzsimmons and I did this thing for years. Two-man band, the Brothers O'Reilly. R-E-E-L, Reel, Irish Reel. The Brothers O'Reilly did St. Patrick's Day for like a decade. And then this pandemic thing happened. You might have heard of it. It was big news. I know we all have separate news feeds these days, but I don't know how you could have missed the pandemic thing. And that brought an end to the Brothers O'Reilly. Our gig was canceled that year and the next year, and we really haven't recovered from that loss. But it was a gas, and we would do songs like that. St. Anne's Reel. 100% right on. I am the champion, my friend. I don't know how it goes. And I am to the end. That would be... I'm not going to work on it. It's never going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. Stop. Just let it go. Let it go. It was something I said out loud. Fleeting. Where were we? Let's see now. Oh, what's that? I'm going to take a peek. How about this guy? Nice. Okay, I'm going to try a new one. Emphasis on try. You can't hold it against me if I totally screwed up. Think about the other songs where I missed a line or two, fumbled a word, the ball hit me right in the basket and I couldn't hold on to it. These things happen. I wrote a song the other day called The Girl Next Door, and when I say the other day, it says January 2nd, 2026. So, like, very recently. And I think I wrote this in the morning and sent it to my friend Jim Whitford later that afternoon. I'm not sure how this is going to go. We're going to try, though. I played it into my recorder thing on the phone, and that's it. So okay, now I'm just gonna stop there for a second and do a little polling, a little market research. How do we like it so far? I'll wait for everyone in this chat room to chime in if I have to. Are we off to a good start? That's what you would hear. Like if you turn on the radio, that would come on first when they say, here's a brand new song from Greg Klima. It's called The Girl Next Door. Spin it. Are you in right then? I want to know. girl next door is pretty. The girl next door is sweet. The girl next door is not the girl I wanna meet. You could say I'm looking for something more, like the girl next door to the girl next door. Yeah, the girl next door to the girl next door ain't like anyone I have dreamed before. I ain't faking, I am shaking to the core. About the girl next door to the girl next door. She got the red dress, she got the high heels, she got the V-neck and the world that it reveals. Hey, the girl next door is the picture of Catholic innocence. She's got the kind of smile most men can't resist. I ain't like most men, that's for sure. I like the girl next door to the girl next door. The girl next door to the girl next door has a certain je ne sais quoi I've been looking for. I'd like to wake up on the bedroom floor with the girl next door to the girl next door. She got that red dress. What's this I see? Could it be she got her eyes on me? The girl next door is pretty. The girl next door is sweet. But the girl next door to the girl next door swept me off my feet. Who am I? You must have missed it from before. I am the boy next door to the girl next door. Hey, I am the boy next door to the girl next door. Fresh meat, brand new. What do you think? Enjoying the music just a tad louder. Can you turn up the sound? I suppose I could try. I'd be afraid of it getting distorted. I live in fear. I'm afraid of it getting distorted. So many things are getting distorted. Maybe that's what happens when you turn it up. Well, anyway. I know we have time for a couple of 2, 3 more. I just don't know what they're going to be. I wrote down some things and I've done those things. Stardust is really pretty. Man, I love playing it. The Willie thing, at the very beginning, he's going... But also he's going like or something like that. There's 2 guitars in the mix. And then sometimes I wonder, that whole thing. Oh, good God. It's so great. sound louder? Now I sound louder? Okay, good. I mean, I suppose I could do this just a little bit too. Now, I've been doing this for like an hour and 40 minutes. Now you tell me that I needed to turn it up? I've had so many shows where I have to run my own sound. I own a PA, small PA, nothing that you would want to break into my car and steal. So don't get any fancy ideas. But I have a small PA and I use it at shows, and every now and then, like, you get done with 45 minutes or an hour of playing, and the first person you walk up to and shake hands with and say hi to says, "Hey, I couldn't hear your lyrics." It's like, you could have told me that 40 minutes ago. I would have changed things. Like, why would you? Why do you wait 60 minutes to tell me you couldn't hear? What is it? No, I don't understand. I don't understand anything. I bet you I could form a whole new religion just based on that principle. I don't understand anything. Let's see. Have I talked about Patreon enough? I have 34 patrons. Some of them are social climbers. There are climatologists. I have 34. I have this goal of having 40, but I've had that goal now for 2 years. So, anyway, please consider patreon.com/GregKlyma. And even if you're on the fence, if you're uncertain, all through December, I made all my content public. So everything that it's normally like you need to be a member in order to see or hear this stuff, everything I did in December is just public stuff. So please check it out. That's a great example of the kind of stuff you find on my Patreon page. I should try doing another waltz. And since I've been doing all this Willie Nelson stuff, maybe I can capo. We're gonna get serious here. We're gonna capo. How's that? I think it'll work. I grew up dreaming of being a cowboy, loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the lives of my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days. I learned all the rules of a modern-day drifter. Don't you hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies, then leave them with words of a sad country song. My heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems, sadly in search of and one stepping back of themselves in their slow-moving dreams. Cowboys are special with their own brand of misery from being alone too long. You could die from the cold in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well that your best days are gone. Picking up hookers instead of my pen, I let the words of my youth fade away. Old worn out saddles and old worn out memories, but no one and no place to stay. My heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems, sadly in search of and one stepping back of themselves in the slow-moving dreams. mischief. One stepping back of themselves and the slow moving dreams. I have known in the past, and I'm ashamed to say that I'm having trouble right now remembering the name of the writer of that song. Shannon, I think. But the last name, or maybe the last name, shoot. It was a woman that wrote that song, and I used to know her name, and I was thinking of that in the middle of it, like, wow, what is the author of this brilliant song? I know that Waylon Jennings did a version of that, and you'll find it on the Wanted, the Outlaws album, and Willie Nelson did a version of it. I'm not certain which album he put it on. I know it from a Greatest Hits collection. But wow, what a track. Townes Van Zandt is widely heralded as one of the best songwriters ever, and he came up with lyrics in the song Pancho and Lefty. Pancho bit the dust. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. Right, like that kind of thing. Living on the road, my friend, is going to keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, and your fists as hard, and your breaths as hard as kerosene. Right, that guy wrote that song, and so many others with powerful, poetic lyrics like that. But man, that my heroes have always been cowboy song. Picking up hookers instead of my pen? Are you shitting me? So badass. Love that song very, very much. You might have picked up on that. I was kind of going on about it there a little bit, wasn't I? Well, now we're all on the same page. Thank goodness. So hard to get there. Well, we've got a little bit of time left. I promised myself I would only do this for 2 hours this evening. There have been times in life, you might remember from previous live streams, where I said, I'm going to do like 2 hours. 5 hours later, I was calling it a day. That kind of thing. I need to be more disciplined. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me here on a Thursday night. Yesterday was my birthday. I appreciate you joining into the chat and making this a fun experience for all of us. I'm trying to think of what song I might play next. I don't have anything fancy or schmancy written down that might inform me of that thing. I wonder if I got any more fun ones. Oh wait, here's one. I know that this is a fun one. You know what? I'm going to plug in the guitar again because I keep forgetting to do stuff like that. I'm a little rusty on this live streaming technology stuff. What's my volume like? I think that'll be better. And maybe I'll even turn this one up a little tiny bit. Hopefully I don't distort. Wild, drink my water. I ain't had near as much as I should. Bartender, don't you think you could put a little water in my drink? 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Last night I got in at 4 a.m. And tonight I'll be going out again. I've been sleeping like a log, waking up in a fog. I'm gonna take some good advice from a friend. I oughta drink my water. I ain't had near as much as I should. Bartender, don't you think you could put a little water in my drink? 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Here of late, I've been blacking out. I asked the doc, what could that all be about? He told me I'm a fool as he turned on his bar stool, spoke out of the corner of his mouth, said I oughta drink my water. I ain't had near as much as I should. Bartender, don't you think you put a little water in my drink? 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Now the moral of the story is I need help. Down at the bar, I'm not allowed to help myself. I've got a thirst I need to quench, y'all, and hydration is essential. Fill my glass, let's raise a toast to my health. Yeah, I oughta drink more water. I ain't had near as much as I should. Bartender, don't you think you could put a little water in my drink? 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Yeah, I oughta drink my water. I ain't had near as much as I should. Bartender, don't you think you could put a little water in my drink? 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Hey, bartender, I do think I need a splash of water in my next drink. 'Cause the whiskey makes the water taste so good. Hey now. I've been thinking about a song all day. It's in 6/8 time, which means you can waltz to it, but I've never seen that happen. I don't know if I remember all the words, but I really hope I do. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. They killed good. I don't recognize my country today. Everything's different to me. I see one whole world in my neighborhood and a whole other world on TV. Something has changed and it ain't for the better. I fear it's changing for good. I feel stranger than I ever have. I try to tell myself change is good. Change is good. Change is good. When I was a kid, we did air raid drills. The enemy might drop a bomb. You get your head down, crawl under your desk, but no one was crying for their mom. Nowadays we are the enemy, and we are killing us. Our moral compass must be at a pawn shop, when no doubt it's starting to rust. Strange to look back at America. It's even stranger to look her in the eye. Terrorized, terrified, all torn apart and slowly desensitized. Your children are practicing lockdowns. That's what they're learning in school. You get your head down and listen up. This is no time to act like a fool. Now somebody claims it's the video games. They've even called out the one. Somebody else says, oh no. What you need is more guns. And so now there's more guns, and now there's more killings. Now there's something anyone can see. Oh, but no, let's not even consider getting some guns off the street. A well-regulated militia being necessary. When I was a kid, we did air raid drills. I'm not a kid anymore. And nowadays, we are the enemy. And an enemy needs a war you can keep silent through all of this violence, you've lost a piece of your soul. Get your head down and keep it down until the flag's flying high on the pole. And the flags are at half-staff again. So very much for hanging out with me tonight. I needed to do this. Hope we all get to hang out IRL sometime soon. There are 6,999,999,999 other people who had a day today. There are 6,999,999,999 other people just trying to make their way. Maybe I could be a little kinder. Maybe I just needed a reminder. 6,999,999,999 other people just getting through their days. Peace and love are not enough. The world is so demanding. Each of us could use just a little understanding. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? And there are 6,999,999,999 other people who could use a little grace. Yeah, there are 6,999,999,999 other people, and you don't know what they face. And we all want things to get better, 'cause we're all in this together. 6,999,999,999 other people. Hey, we had a day today. searching for light in the darkness of insanity. I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? Each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Hello and a happy new year, everyone. Amber, it has been lovely. Thank you. Appreciate that, Linda. It's been a fun birthday week for sure. Adios, Mr. McGuff and Mary McGuff. Merry New Year. Everyone else out there in YouTube land, Greg Klyma signing off. Maybe we should do this again sometime soon.